We're adding a couple dog tags also for holidays. So we'll be having one for Easter and one also for Valentine's Day. So if you didn't have enough money to bring your significant other out for dinner or something like that, you can try showing them that you have the Valentine's Day dog tag equipped. Let me know how that goes for you. But there you go.
YouTube videos would be fantastic.
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
That would be great.
So I didn't line up dinner, but look at my inventory.
Got a dog tag.
Yeah.
Whoa, dudes and dudettes, it's Dan Mitre here, community manager for Battlefield 1, letting you know about our winter patch, and since that crazy little groundhog fucker saw its shadow, we could still call this a winter update. We did a live stream yesterday to go over the items, which I could sum up for you in about 5 minutes or so, but we dragged out to just over an hour, and of course, we had audio echo issues.
The
For your
class
classes.
ones.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so you get them with the service stars attached to those. And then, like Jim said, all that space in the middle is going to be filled with your real-time data.
Which is a new thing for us, but it's Tom Jones not unusual for a Call of Duty stream. And either someone got fancy with the label maker here at the office, or DICE has its own bottled water, which I'm surprised it actually has all the ingredients of H2O, given how little content is in Battlefield 1. I guess you could say it's watered down. Haha, okay, I'll stop with the awful jokes. My bad, yo. Anyways, in this patch, we're finally getting around to putting in content to give players a carrot to dangle out in front of them without actually putting anything useful in the game, man. There's 20 new gnarly ribbons, which can be earned. That was standard in past Battlefield games, but somehow was missing from this one. There's now a mind-blowing 50 class ranks, of which don't actually give you anything for the class to use. That would be too nice of us. But instead have pieces of flair like office space for the kill card, which means you don't even get to see it. It's just a color palette swap from the originals. Far out, man. There's also new elite codices that you can earn with 500 kills of various weapons that will get you these rockin' new skins. 25,000 XP for helping you with those class ranks, and some 411 about those weapons because, you know, Wikipedia is hard, bro. We also have some new server features. Well, some new and some which were in other Battlefield games, but not this one on launch, like the ability for a badman to kick and ban on rented servers, and something that has been in Call of Duty since the original Black Ops, a map vote feature during the end of round, password protection and vote kick options. Yeah, you already know, Holmes. Coming soon. Next, we've got the bug fixes and tweaks, which everyone will be thrilled about, reducing the time of the gas grenades from 22 seconds to 15 seconds. These guys didn't have Taco Bell yet to know what a 20-plus second gas trip feels like. In line with making gunfights less sloppy than Adele singing a George Michael song at the Grammys, the suppression effect has been updated to not take effect so shortly after being under fire that you couldn't return fire effectively. We also made a lot of weapon updates, including buffs to some level 10 weapons that nobody used because of how awful they were in spite of grinding your ass off to get them, since it was an absolute wasteland between level 3 and level 10. The Seblaster 1906 with a recoil and spread reduction and a damage increase to the Martini Henry after we realized that Nerf was just a little bit too far out, man. For historical accuracy purposes, we're also buffing the self-loading rifles to reduce recoil and nerfing a lot of the automatic weapons with increased recoil like the LMGs and everyone's favorite gun, the Automatico. This way, we hope to see less people holding down the trigger and reward people that will make their ladies happy on Valentine's Day with their trigger finger power. We also better balance the 12 gauge shoddy variants against each other, but dude, Why would you use anything other than the 12-gauge Hunter? Also, the Model 10A Slug now behaves more like a slug, not like that slimy, weird-looking thing on the ground. You know, small pellet dispersal and more lethal at range. Lastly, on weapons, we improved the Cavalry Victim experience, which sounds like a totally badass metal band's name. Basically, you could no longer get cut down when you're as far away from the horse as those clowns in get-ups spectating the Kentucky Derby. Voyeur, yo, we made a lot of improvements to the spectator mode such that consoles can somewhat hope to match how good it is on PC. We also made some UI updates like having regular servers sorted below rented servers. This way they can be populated so that the people shelling out money for an inferior RSP can feel like they're actually getting their money's worth. Totally tubular. Progress towards the new beepity bops we introduced in this patch are also like totally right there for you to see. This way you can tell how much longer you have to play the game like a fuck trumpet in order to get that reward. Lastly, we fixed some spawn points on Suez so that you wouldn't spawn under the desert or inside of a tree like a Keebler elf, as if those are the only bad spawns we've got in our game. One last thing before I go, the community test environment, where all these fixes have been available for weeks, is now live and accepting people that want to be our testers without us actually having to pay you. In fact, the only way you can even get into the CTE is if you were a true G and shelled out that $50 for the premium, and it's only available on PC because fuck you, Sony and Microsoft. Sign up through the companion app, which is far inferior to the functionality of Battlelog that everyone hated but now secretly wants back. We're trying to get the They Shall Not Pass DLC onto the CTE at the end of this week sometime, which is pretty rad. We also fielded some questions from the chat during the live stream, and it was super cool. One question was about platoons or clan tags, which has been in lots of past Battlefield games, and it fosters camaraderie and a sense of community. It's on our list of things we'd like to do. I know, total bummer, man, but you'd totally think we'd have the time to do it, considering how little is in the base game, yet we're already working on the second DLC.
So I'll be doing the one right after They Shall Not Pass, which we haven't really announced quite yet what that content is, but it's going to be some amazing stuff. Can't wait to share.
Cool.